Raxosco Yamale, Neranino Secho, Shem Eloheinu Nigdoi, Yamale Adinoi Kol Mishaloi Secho, Ado Yodadu, Yoshia Adinoi Mishihoi, Yaneu Gishmei God Sheshei Minoi, Eile Boreoni, Le'yani Me'yani Yoi,
Adam Hopkins to say a few words.
Gene Hoffenstein. This is a crowd that I know can appreciate a little we need a little humor. It's always my honor and privilege to be here. Thank you for allowing me to be a speaker. We obviously have many very important people here, from distinguished VIP guests, but to everybody that's in this room is important to me. Everybody here is a valued an important resident of this community, and especially the Century Village community. And that, honestly, I've said it time and time again, in the years that I've had the honor of being here and serving you, that I say willingly with bias that you hold a special place in my heart. And you know, thank you, but it's true. You don't always see us, but you know that we're out there. And when you do get to see us, that's great, and I appreciate it if you see us more than not. But I only stand up here and take credit for the fantastic work that all my people do. I'm just a conductor, is all I am. But I have a great orchestra, and I ensure that you have all the proper pieces to provide the safety and security that you need. And that's at all times. That's an important day in, day out.
For making online threats to Jewish students. In his threats, listen to this, his online post threats, he said he would stab or slit the throats of Jewish men and rape Jewish women. But comments, statements, threats have been made at other colleges, campuses, as well as cities throughout the country. Demonstrations with signs you would see. I just came back from Washington, D.C., where I saw signs talking about the destruction of Israel and the killing of Jews. However, the Jewish people must not be quiet. They must stand up against this hatred and prejudice. As a county commissioner, as a resident of Broward County, as a Jew, I will do everything I can to support the state of Israel and hope you do as well. Thank you.
That it will probably never end. And that was said a long time ago. This time, I'd like to introduce our keynote speaker. We're very, very lucky to have recently returned from Israel, saw firsthand what was going on, Rabbi Jeffrey Goldberg, the senior rabbi of the Oak Dome Synagogue.
Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being counted, for showing up, for standing tall, and for standing together at a time where decent, moral, good people, Jewish and non-Jewish, need to gather to make our voices heard, to stand with America's strongest, closest ally in the Middle East, to stand for decency, for the Jewish people, and for so much more. I'll add my voices of gratitude to the commissioners who spoke for their support. Of course, every one of us have to daven, we have to pray, we have to learn, we have to do acts of kindness, we have to unite, we have to show up as reservists, doing all that we can, we have to support, we have to donate. All of us have to do what we can. But I can tell you with confidence, Israel's going to be okay.
On Israeli civilians by Hamas gunmen on October 7th was marked by murder, rape, torture, and kidnapping. On the bloodiest day in the country's 75-year history, an estimated 150 Israelis were taken hostage. Kars Ray, a fellow with the Jewish Leadership Project, stated, "This is the greatest loss of Jewish life in a single day since the Holocaust. The Hamas invaders were not soldiers, they were assassins. The Hamas charter calls for the ultimate annihilation of all Israeli Jews, followed by the annihilation of Jews around the world. Sound familiar? Sadly, the actions of Hamas is utterly sick, disgusting, and inexcusable. I'll amplify some things I know for sure. I know for sure the atrocities and ensuing celebrations committed by Hamas are inexcusable and unjustifiable. These are not the acts of honorable soldiers, freedom fighters, or militants. From a psychological standpoint, I can't help but wonder what these assassins say to themselves alone in the middle of the night after murdering a terrified and defenseless little baby boy or girl. Anti-Semitism, and murder. What they are doing is culture. Israel is our own. They don't need us to just be their friend in good times. They need us to be their friend in bad times, to be their friend when it is easier not to be. Good friends are the ones coming in the door when everyone else is going out. This is a really great time to show Israel and the world who we are.
Until recently, many believed that the promise of progress in the 21st century would enable us to move beyond the barbaric horrors of the past towards a better and brilliant future. Many believed that we could go about our comfortable lives and that evil will simply pass us by. October 7th reminds us that we will not realize the promise of a better future unless we, the civilized world, are willing to fight the barbarians. We'll win this war. Since the Holocaust. Hamas murdered children in front of their parents, murdered parents in front of their children. This is a time for war, a war for a common future. Today we draw a line between the forces of civilization and the forces of barbarism. It is a time for everyone to decide where they stand. Israel will stand against the forces of barbarism until victory. I hope and pray that civilized nations everywhere will back this fight. Because Israel's fight is your fight. Because if Hamas and Iran's axis of evil win, you will be their next target. That's why Israel's victory will be your victory. But make no mistake, regardless of who stands with Israel, Israel will fight until this battle is won. And all those who stand with Israel.